So, transfer window's closed and we didn't make any moves. We trusted the squad, but now the pressure's on. Scottish Cup, European knockout football. This is where we find out if we made the right call. And first, to test that theory, we have another game against Celtic where we're going to be welcoming to Pittodrie. I think this is actually the third time now in like the last 6 weeks, 2 months or something that we'll have played Celtic. Obviously, we played them in the Cup recently. And I'm pretty sure we've won the last 2 games, so we'll certainly be hoping to make it 3 out of 3. Quiet first 10 minutes or so, though. We're pretty strong in the team lineup. Just other than our usual strikers, we've obviously got our new man up front though in Andre Henrique. I'm gonna go with it might be Henrique. Maybe that's just showing my age. Certain Spanish singer with a H in the front of it. But can Andre, we'll call him Andre, can he be our hero? As we are watching watching a very quiet first half with not a single highlight so far as we are approaching half time. Here we go. First one, 41st minute. We've only had one shot ourselves. Wasn't on target, but the 6 for Celtic certainly suggests that they've started the stronger. And hopefully we don't concede from this. As Tenecte pulls it across and the shot is blocked and cleared out for a throw-in. Yeah, 7 shots with just the one on target for Celtic. I'm assuming the block shots don't count as on target, do they? So half time, 0-0. Nothing really to shout about. Obviously, just the one highlight. Let's see if we can actually see us do something. As I can only assume there's been an injury for Brandon Williams to throw the ball back like that. But we've won it back anyway. As Keskinen is going to go past his man, put back on his right foot, pull it across the goal, and just like the chance for Celtic, the shot is blocked and cleared away comfortably. Very similar attacks. Keskinen brings his man down there. Necti. Pretty sure he scored against us in the last game, or one of the games anyway. Name certainly ringing a bell. Maeda is in on the wing, and the cross, I think, was actually deflected and put Junior Adamu in a position where he certainly couldn't miss. And that is going to be Celtic 1-0. Unfortunately for us. But after we've beat them twice in the last 2 games, kind of expected to for it to stop going our way eventually. Maeda turns his man, pulls it back. He's got it again. Going to find Neugren. He finds Maeda again, and Maeda, with the effort, ended up being cleared out for a throw-in by Brandon Williams, but great bit of play by Maeda. Certainly one of the danger men for Celtic every time we play them. See if we can make some substitutions to add something, because we've certainly been lacking so far. We'll bring Milanovic on and Moises, and another game where Andre hasn't managed to score, and we'll bring Cullen on. See if Cullen can score a goal after bringing in another striker. Seems to have given him a boot up the backside. 71 minutes here, though. We're running out of time very quickly. As we give Celtic the ball straight back again, and Maeda on the left-hand side is going to cut in on his right foot, and he's going to be brought down by Devlin, and that looks like it's going to be a penalty, and probably that will be the game. Because I don't see us scoring 2 goals in the last 20 minutes to pull this one back. It is a penalty, confirmed by VAR, and it's going to be Engels who takes it. He steps up, and he's going to hit straight down the middle, and our goalkeeper has saved it. Tried to go straight down the middle, and ended up being quite an easy save for Herrera in the end. So, we've still got a chance then. Him saving that penalty has certainly kept us in this game. And we maybe nick a goal and steal a draw. Steal a couple of points away from Celtic. Obviously, we're still looking to try and get into those European places again for next season to obviously bring... Nice. There goes any chance of a draw then. Yeah, we're looking obviously at bringing in some money by obviously getting into the European places. That'll be vital for us going forward to allow us to get players with higher wages. Like at the start of this season, obviously, if you've seen the previous episodes, you'll know that getting Cullen in, who was at I think Swansea, even that was a little bit of an issue because of the maximum wages we could offer. So yeah, certainly if we can get a bigger revenue stream by obviously getting into Europe, we'll certainly be able to improve the squad. Right, anything interesting here? Herrera's set for a pay increase, just up to 3.5k, so no issues there. Need to make an adjustment to this. Easy done. Sorted out, assistant. Al Hilal making a move for Declan Rice there. As Yengi is set to move on loan at Central Coast at Mariners. He's a player that we've been looking to get rid of pretty much since the start, to be honest. So, yeah, doesn't affect the team in the slightest. Hopefully, it ends up with him leaving full time. As our third choice goalkeeper is also set to go out on loan. Obviously, we're signing Herrera. Relegated our goalkeeper to the second spot, leaving Suman or Summon. I'm not sure how you actually pronounce that. Leaving him with 0 playing time. Brandon Williams stinking up the gaff in training along with Tobers. Tobers kind of as expected because he's unhappy. Brandon Williams, who's basically playing every single game. I can't understand why he's performing so badly. Maybe that's why he was a free transfer in the first place. Yeah, so for the European registration, I didn't obviously go through and show you it because it was a lot of trying to get players in and actually unable to do so. Obviously, with the homegrown rules and whatnot. Keskanen making some promising improvements in training. Still doesn't look particularly anything great at all. He's valued 2.4 to 3.5 mil. Is obviously great, but yeah, I don't see it in terms of the stats, but it's what he does on the pitch that matters. So we'll certainly happy with that. We've got our Scottish Cup game now against East Kilbride. We've gone pretty much full strength for this one, and we're only going to show the goals for it rather than play through the whole game. Else, honestly, you'd be watching this screen for quite a while with how this game goes. As we start off with Cameron slipping the ball through to Milanovic to put us 1-0 in front after 1 minute and 27 seconds. Perfect start. Probably didn't need to go this strong of a squad, but As you can see, 25th minute, we end up conceding from a well-worked free kick there from East Kilbride, and Breen makes it 1-1. 27 minutes in though, or 28 rather, Brandon Williams goes on a little advantage down the left-hand side, crosses it first time on his left foot and to find Ayrton Moises at the far post, who makes it 2-1 and restores our lead. And then again, 6 minutes later, Brandon Williams with the ball on the left-hand side again. Armstrong plays it inside to Milanovic, to Moises, and Moises finds his second goal of the game. 2 goals in 6 minutes, putting it to making it 3-1. Couldn't really see any comeback from there. And 48 minutes in, just after half time, Jensen finds Armstrong on the edge of the box. He lays it back to Jensen, who hits the crossbar. Cameron falls over. Keskinen crosses it in. And as the ball's cleared, I had to read this about 3 times to actually realise what had happened. But there was a push as they cleared the ball, and we've ended up with a penalty. So Armstrong missed his previous 3 penalties. He will not be taking the next one. What he will be taking is free kicks, though. Can't score from 12 yards, but can score from 20. Make it make sense. That made the score 4-1 anyway, and Milanovic, corner coming back to him somehow, and he finds himself with unchallenged, 70 minutes, 5-1, game over. It's a case of damage limitation at this point, as Ayrton Moises on the right side crosses it on his left foot, fine high Oran at the far post, who has an easy header to make it 6-1, and that is that. 21 shots to 3. I think it was a fair result, we'll say. Moises with a 10.0 rating as well. Great game for him. Mixed one for Armstrong, who really should take him off penalties. Give Moises a little praise there for that performance. And as you can see at the top, we have drawn Hibs in the next round. So unless Rangers are still in it, I'd imagine they are the last real test for us. Right, we've got Dundee United now. See if we can make it back-to-back wins there, following on from obviously a thumping of Kilbride or East Kilbride. Not sure if there's a West Kilbride, but we'll go there. We'll say it properly. Brandon Williams in the first 3 minutes. Can we start off with a bang? Milanovic is in on the left side. He's going to cut back onto his right foot. He's going to pull it across. Lazatic lays it back to Armstrong, and Armstrong hits the post, and then it's cleared. And Dundee United get away with one there. Good bit of play. Lazatic with a little layoff for Armstrong, who's looking for his second goal in 2 games. As long as it's not from the penalty spot, he seems useful for. Well, it seems decent to be able to hit them. Not sure what's going on with the speed of this game as it keeps pausing. But this draw, as you can see, will mean we drop 2 points from Falkirk in that European spot, which we're so desperate to get back into. Obviously, I say obviously, I'm not entirely sure. I think 4th place in the league is a Conference League spot, and even then, I think we still have to qualify. I'm not entirely sure, but we will see when we get to it. As we're on the attack here, counter attack with Milanovic on the right hand side, and he curls it over the keeper into the far corner to make it 1-0 inside 17 minutes. Might have even been inside 16 minutes as the time ticks over there. But yeah, Milanovic seems to be on fire at the moment. 2 goals in the last game and another goal in this one. And we've certainly started how we needed to. As you can see from the league table there, bumping us back into 4th spot. A little bit of a gap creating as well between 5th and 6th place. So looks like it might be a battle between us and Falkirk for the European spaces. As Brandon Williams goes past his man again, decides to turn back, decides to give it away, and good chance here now for Dundee United there on the counter attack. Sapsford does a little 360, dribbling the ball round, goes through on goal and puts it wide. Fortunately for us. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the speed. He keeps like jumping forward like a minute and then freezing for a second or two. Strange. Now we find Milanovic with the corner anyway. Can he find anyone? Can find someone, but unfortunately Lazatic can't find the back of the net with the header going over. And I think Falkirk must have just gone in front, seeing as we've dropped back down to fifth spot, 2 points behind them. As Milanovic with another corner now. It's cleared as far as Keskinen. And shots block Devlin to Armstrong. Armstrong with a long range effort. And it's just going to go over the bar for a goal kick. We're not finished there though, so I really need to check if that's Christian Zapata. It can't be, surely, but Brandon Williams recovering the ball there. Might be poor in training, but he's certainly been good for us in the games. There's Goigat, a man that certainly needs to step up in the games. Finds Eton Moyes on the right hand side. Cuts back onto his left and lays it back to Devlin, who squares it to Armstrong, and Armstrong with a long range effort again. Just wide of the post this time. We've been pretty good in this first half. Probably could have done with some slightly better quality chances, but we're certainly having a lot of attempts. As we go in at half time, 1-0 in the lead. As long as we don't concede a goal, we are moving in the right direction. Obviously, with every time we don't win a game, we're kind of thinking, should we have maybe signed someone else in the January transfer window? We sold Giamfi on the last day of the season for 850k. So once I sold the clauses, we had around about 1.3 million in the bank, which would have been enough to get somebody in, but I just didn't find the right person to bring in with such a tight budget. As we make it 2-0, and I've just mentioned about Geiger needing to step up. He finds the bottom corner to make it 2-0. 51st minute, and fingers crossed, that's the game. Still a long time left though, just the majority of the second half, but we are playing pretty well. So yeah, let's see if we can hang on to this and keep a clean sheet as well. Yeah, so couldn't find anyone, and obviously we only started the season with the 500k transfer budget, and we only ended up with the money to buy Cullen due to clauses from basically before we were here, with a lot of the money coming from I think it's Ferguson, is it, from Bologna, with one of the clauses from his deal. So we're obviously not going to have that going forward for this season. So I've decided to keep the money. Obviously, we've got the next gen list that comes out every year. I think it's around the end of March, and I will certainly be scouting players from that. Obviously, the majority of them are going to be are obviously not going to want to come to us and going to be out of our price range. But there might be one or two that we might be able to do a little business with, and if the right one comes along, we could certainly be making moves for the future. Because even if somebody else comes and snaps them up, it's massive money that we could be making to potentially help the first team later on. As we hit the post there, while I'm yapping, we've played pretty well in this game. Good to see. We didn't seem to be missing anything. As you can see, 24 shots now compared to their 8. We've had a 2.05 XG, so I mean the scoreline's accurate, but well, for ours anyway, not for theirs. They're on a 1.1. Let's make a couple of changes. We'll give Moises a little bit of a rest, and we'll bring in Hoyran at left wing for the last 15 minutes or so. Yeah, we just I didn't want to be in a position where I've just spent the money for the sake of it and ended up with someone that didn't really improve the squad. So we've kept it with the intention of spending it before the new budget comes in, because obviously if I don't spend it before the new budget comes in, it's just a waste of, well, just a waste, because the board will take it back and just you reuse it for the next budget. So we'll see if anybody pops up of note, and obviously we're the first to know. To finish 2-0, absolutely peppered Dundee United there. Great result away from home. And another good performance. East Kilbride game certainly seems to have given a bit of confidence to the boys, as we put the pressure on Falkirk to keep winning. As yeah, they're still 2 points in front of us. We're only 4 points behind Hibs as well, so there's still a chance of us picking up a good European spot. Right, we'll just rest everybody ready, as 2 games within 3 days. We want these players to be as fresh as possible so we can try and get another win. We're going to be playing Motherwell away. I'm not sure where they are in the league, but pretty sure they're not below us. I think St Mirren were below us, so Herrera doesn't seem to really be improving, apart from his concentration, which is a bit of a shame. And he's no longer rated in line with our other goalkeeper, Bratvid, but he seems to be doing the business on the pitch, and that's what matters. As Cullen's picked up an illness, he's got a cold. Right, we've got Motherwell up next, and we'll just show you the highlights of this one again, just the goals. Nothing happened in the first half, so nothing to show there, nothing exciting. As straight from half time, as you can see at the top, 46 minutes in, Lazatic getting on a cross from Devlin to make it 1-0. And then in the 56th minute, Lazatic again getting on the end of Milanovic's corner to make it 2-0. And that is where we ended. 24 shots again. So we absolutely peppered them. Another good performance and another good result. Unfortunately for us, Falkirk did win again, but it looks like Hibs have dropped points. So although we didn't make any ground on Falkirk, we've made 2 points gain on Hibs, which obviously we need, as long as we can get in front of one of them, that is the priority. Lazatic, another one who doesn't look particularly special from his stats, but he keeps doing the business. Big 6'4", so that's obviously was going to help with the striking, with the heading, sorry, from the crosses. And we've just signed a goalkeeping coach to replace the one that we had. He wasn't particularly good, and the new one is a big improvement on it, as you will see. There you go, 4.5-star goalkeeping coach, and the existing one, 3.5-star. We will mutually terminate that contract. Should be accepted, as he was. I think they usually they accept the mutual termination if they were already at the club before you were. So yeah, that's what I did with all the scouts at the start of the season. At the start of the season as well. Yeah, we went and offered all those mutual termination. Do with getting a technical possession or technique. Sorry, every time I see that, I always think technical. It's technique possession coach. Right, we got Santa Clara up next. This is the very first game in the knockout stages of the Europa Conference League. So very important that we do well in this. Try and bring in as much money as possible. Try and boost our rankings in the European rankings as much as possible. Obviously, more money equals more opportunity to buy players. The ranking obviously increases our stature, which will increase the probability of players wanting to actually come to us. So, I believe these are from Portugal, and I believe they didn't finish particularly high in the league phase. I think I remember one of the teams we played actually beat them. It might have been Kelge. So, yeah, it's kind of a game that or a tie rather, that I'm expecting us to win. As we go 1-0 down after 10 minutes. Sick. I'm really good at timing these things, aren't I? Yeah, the only guy that I actually know off of here is Gabriel Silva, and that is because he had promo card on FC26 at the start of the game, and he's got like 95 pace or something. So, yeah, he's the only one that I know from this team. I know they're from Portugal, and that's about it. As Eto Moises skips past his man, tries to go all the way. Probably should have pulled it back, but he's going to win a corner. Can we do anything with this? As Milanovic is going to take it on his left foot. And it's cleared to the edge of the box. And Keskinen's shot saved low down to Gabriel's left side and put it out for another corner for Milanovic. And it's cleared again, only as far as Armstrong, who finds Milanovic. Back to Moises, back to Milanovic. Milanovic effort. It looked like it was off the upright, or the bit between the. I don't even know how to describe it. The bit where the post meets the crossbar. The angle. But anyway, we didn't score. That's the main thing. Santa Clara on the attack again with the man I mentioned earlier, Gabriel Silva. Pulls a great looking cross. Nobody there. A long range effort there, hitting the crossbar. That was out of nowhere. And can we maybe counter attack and do something? And Brandon Williams here on the left hand side crosses it on his left foot to Milanovic, who heads it just over. Maybe if Lazatic was on the end of that, we might be level. Keskinen runs away with it here. Then the left hand side. He's got two men tracking him, so he pulls it back into the middle to Armstrong. Armstrong forward to Milanovic. Back to Keskinen. Keskinen finds Williams. Little 1-2. Keskinen comes back on his right foot, pulls it across, and the shot's blocked, and it's going to go out for another corner. So we might be 1-0 down, but we're certainly having a lot of possession and a lot of chances. There's Armstrong here with a free kick. Scored his last one, if you remember, as well. Cross it to the far post. And I can't believe he's missed it as well. The game can't believe it, and I certainly can't. That's Lazatic's bread and butter, that is. Armstrong with a corner. Finds Milanovic again. He's getting on the end of all of these. That's the second or third header I've seen him have now. Starting in that number 10 spot today, he certainly seems to be involved in everything. As Gabriel Silva's giving it away, and Keskinen plays it inside to Armstrong. Armstrong forward to Milanovic. Milanovic to Lazetic. Armstrong goes over the top to Lazetic, who's going to fire it into the corner. That looked offside to me. The officials are considering it, but what does VAR say? VAR says disallowed. Yeah, he looked a yard or two offside, so not surprising there. Can we maybe get a goal just before half time? Lima here. Gabriel Silva losing it again. Keskinen goes past his man. He's going to go past him again. He's having too much fun considering we're 1-0 down. Armstrong going to find Moises, and Moises is going to find the corner. Lovely pass there from Armstrong. Little through ball between the defenders. Great ball to find him. And a great finish. Moises is certainly, I wouldn't say he's like set the world on fire by any means, but he's certainly been a great signing for us, especially on a free transfer. I'm not sure how many goals he's actually scored this season, but technical there from him. Great finish. As we go in at half time, 1-1. Right, second half kicking off here with Santa Clara. Can we now go on to win this game? You can see from the match stats, we might have conceded early on. We've certainly taken over this game. Just the 0.36 xG for Santa Clara. They are having the majority of the ball, but the majority of the shots and chances seem to be falling for us. As we pick it up with Herrera, we'll give the players a little encourage. See if we can, encourage them to go and score another goal. Armstrong plays it forward to Milanovic. Keskinen now with a great ball around the outside to Lazetic, who finds the bottom corner, and I don't think he was offside this time to put us 2-1 in front, surely. Yep, I'm not seeing anything about offsides. So, yeah, it was a great ball around the defender from Keskinen. And we deservedly get our second goal of the game. Now, can we add to this and put the tie out of sight? Can Brandon Williams do anything? Going to find Keskinen, who's going to go past his man with ease, and he's going to go past him again. And that's a great switch out to the right, and a great ball in from Moises to find Lazetic, and the big man scores another header to make it 3-1. That pass from Keskinen to Moises was something special there. Just cuts back onto his right and probably should have let that run. Great pass though from him to find Moises. And we're looking pretty comfortable now. As even Armstrong's trying to dribble past people. You know the confidence is high because that man's legs went about 3 years ago according to this game. As Bernardo on the counter. Cruz. Bernardo crosses it in and the header just wide there from Meyer. Probably the first chance we've seen since they actually scored, to be honest. But yeah, they certainly seem to be ahead on the stats and the scoreline fully reflecting that now. Moises looks like he's given everything. Keskinen looks like he's nearly given everything. So we will get them off and make sure they don't pick up any injuries because obviously we're going to have to go and play these again next week. And we want our best players to be fit. Armstrong with a free kick now. Surely too far to shoot. Apparently not. But it doesn't go in. So maybe it was. Approaching 90 minutes. Looks like it's probably going to end at 3-1, which is a great result for us. Yep, that's how it's going to finish. Another 20 shots. I think that's like maybe 3 games back to back now that we've had like 20 odd shots in the game. So yeah, certainly can't complain. And next up, we are straight into another game against Dundee. Nothing obviously happening between the highlights, so game's coming thick and fast. This one, we will just show the highlights of the goals as Moises crosses it in. And the shot save comes back to Keskinen. Keskinen plays it across, and Milanovic is there for a tap in the middle of the box to put us 1-0 in front. And then Dundee here. Right. Cross comes in from deep to Murray, and Murray is going to score, and it's a wonder pass. The ball to find him there was pretty special. But was he onside? He was. So we go in at half time, 1-1. And as you can see, I was about to encourage, but I thought I'll wait. I'll see what happens. And Keskinen here on the left-hand side goes past his man with ease again. Those physical stats showing themselves. Pulls it across to Milanovic, and Milanovic seems to have found a new lease of life in the number 10 role to make it 2-1. And then straight from the kickoff, Dundee attack with Hamilton down the left-hand side goes past. I'm not even sure who that is, but Murray finds Danda at the far post to make it 2-2. And yeah, our lead didn't last long at all. And that is how it finished. 9 shots to their 17. So after 3 games of absolutely peppering our opponents, it was the other way around this one. Probably all the games catching up with us, to be honest. Obviously, we're playing games every 2 or 3 days at the moment, so the players are certainly going to be feeling tired. And for today's episode, we are going to finish in 5th place. Just a point behind Falkirk, just a point behind Hibs. So we have made ground, and that is what's important. Obviously, we're going to be going into the next game against Santa Clara with a 2-goal cushion as well. So yeah, we're right in it now. All building towards that second leg against Santa Clara. Next episode, we'll see what happens. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one.